Hello, everyone, and welcome to the September Inspiration Report. We're super excited about this morning, so grab yourself a coffee and a beverage, coffee or a beverage, and we'll be getting started in just a few moments. All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Inspiration Report. Woo! What's up, guys? How you doing?
We need a better opening sound effect, I think, Lee.
Yeah? What do you want me to do? Load up some fireworks, something like that? I could do that. Don't get me started. You know how much I went off on the what do you call it? The new transitions that I have. So speaking of fireworks, I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was basically a year ago that we started this. So technically, today is Inspiration in a Box birthday, you guys. It's our birthday. Woo!
Amazing.
Yeah, 1 year. So I thought I'd celebrate with some fireworks, with some confetti. Come on, that's big, Sean. And just think, you had to beg me to do this thing. You had to you're like, dude, we should do this. I was like, oh no, I don't think we should. And so I am so grateful that you did. And I'm so grateful to everybody out there. We are grateful to you for joining us each week. It's super, super awesome. And thank you. Happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday to Inspiration in a Box. We're super, super excited.
Unbelievable consistency, right?
Yeah.
How about that? Amazing.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm done with my fireworks tribute now, so I shall fade that out, and I'll turn off the fireworks, and we can get busy to inspire people. All right, so let's just go over a couple of things here before we get started. I'm going to go ahead and do a little stinger into here, so stand by.
And thanks to Jose for joining us again, right?
Yeah, Jose, welcome, man. Welcome.
Always a pleasure to be here, guys.
Yeah, dude,
Let's be honest, he's not coming for the pay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's all about the camaraderie, right? It's all about the camaraderie.
Exactly.
All right.
For that Dunkin' Donuts sponsorship, by the way.
So remember that Sean and I and Jose, we are not broadcasters. We are just streamers, and there's a big difference, which means that we are basically coming to you live from our basement. We barely know what we're doing, so tech difficulties will definitely happen. There might be a few dogs barking. I did a session with Jose where he actually got locked out of his house, so he actually did the broadcast from outside of his house. So Jose, thank you for that. Man, he was spot on too. Literally. It was so great, Jose. That was so awesome. And just to go over the rules before we start, again, this is just like a brainstorm session. If you came to a session of ours, we would set these rules up in advance because we want to make sure everybody's kind of behaving in the right way. So we're going to start by saying let's keep the conversation positive and open-minded. We have a lot of great stuff to show you today, and we just want you to keep it positive. Definitely share the air in the chat. You guys are really great about doing that, so thank you so much for continuing that. Be respectful to everyone. We want you to build in yes and. If you see something that you have direct contact with or you've experienced it or it inspires you, just put the yes and in the chat. The reason that we do this is to inspire you and is to help you think of things differently and to help you make connections in your brain to create ideas. So if you have a yes and, please add it in the chat. We'd love that. Please pay it forward. If by chance you see something you know will inspire someone, please send it over to them. At the end of the broadcast, we will have, Jose will put our link tree in there with all of the links to all of these items that we're talking about. So please be sure to share that. And let's just have some fun, right?
Let's have fun.
You guys ready for some fun? and some technical difficulties. They
right.
will definitely happen. So let's not get too worried about them. If it all goes wrong, we'll just restart and come back. It's happened before, so no big deal. It's all good.
And
all
if
right.
if they happen for me, they're sponsored by AT&T and their fiber line. Because it ain't fiber, let me tell you.
It ain't.
I don't know what it is.
All right, Sean, are you ready to rock and roll? Jose, are you ready to go to the cloud and help us with the chat?
Yes, senor.
Excellent, excellent. All right, here we go. Sean, tell us about some new retail going on here.
Amazon, right? Amazon.
Wow. I thought Amazon was putting retail out, and now they're jumping on it. It's just what's going on?
Right. So we know from some of our past stories, Amazon did the test salon in London, right? They continue to expand into physical space, and the interesting thing has been for testing tech, right? So they do kind of these pop-up things. This one still, like you were just saying, this one still eludes me a little bit, right? Because they're totally based on a non brick and mortar space, but they're buying them up. They're expanding their. They're kind of the equivalent of 30,000 square feet, like a Kohl's or TJ Maxx, and they're launching a couple of their quote unquote department stores in California and Ohio. What's fascinating is Amazon recently overtook Walmart as the world's largest retail seller outside of China.
Oh, wow. Walmart doesn't like that. I'm sure.
They do not like
I'm
that.
sure somebody's getting put to task at Walmart going, what is going on here?
It's interesting. The article about this in the stores doesn't go too deep into strategy. I think, quite honestly, everyone's like, what are they doing? I guess we're going to wait and see.
Yeah, interesting. From I'm an Amazon fan. I've been a Prime member since it started, and I do order a lot of stuff on Prime. But one of the main reasons I like Prime is most of the time I can't find things that I need on retail. I need specific stuff or something like that. So that's why Amazon has been such a gift. So it's interesting what kinds of things they may stock and what kind of demographic data they're going to use to stock. But interesting. I think we should all keep an eye out because it's probably going to be game-changing stuff, most likely, if it's Amazon, right?
I was hoping maybe they'd be building them out of their cardboard boxes, but apparently
exactly. Sean, I've been doing a lot of sessions on inclusivity, and so I love the fact that you put this in here because this, to me, just screams inclusivity. So this is a thing that Kellogg's launched in Europe, and basically they're switching their standard cereal boxes to ones that feature innovative, accessibility-minded technology. The technology is called NaviLens. It's a smartphone app that those with seeing disabilities or blind people can use to be able to read labels, and there's a lot of companies that are using it in Europe. It's used a lot at a lot of public transportation and subways and things like that. So this is just kind of jumping on that bandwagon. But what happens is, as you walk close to the cereal box, it'll actually trigger the app to kind of tell you what's in the cereal, what different combinations that you might have around it, like up and down and right and left. And it's just again really amazing to think about. Every consumer is not the same. Every consumer has different needs, and so to kind of meet those needs, I think is one of the great things that Kellogg's is doing. Any other stuff that inspired you about this, Sean?
I just loved much of what you're saying of we are not all the same, and so we create one product or service to fit everyone. Yeah. But that really is completely short-sighted. In some ways too, Lee, it's amazing that this is all taking so long. Right?
Right. We should have been doing this 20 years ago.
and great. It's a box, boxes of cereal. What about aisle 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11? What's the rest of it?
Exactly.
Right?
I have recent experience with this because my wife is visiting me from Canada this weekend. This is awesome. Yep. And when I call to make a reservation, I have to ask the restaurant, hey, do you accommodate those with celiac? And I specifically say it like that because I don't want to have them go, what is that? Because I'm like, click, I'm not going there, So to be inclusive, you have to make sure that you accommodate as many people as possible. And so I love it when they come back, go, yes, of course, we have a fully gluten-free menu. The chef will come out and things like that. So I I do appreciate it when this happens, because again, it means that we're including everybody in. So awesome stuff.
Agreed. It's great.
Super cool. All right, on to Procter & Gamble.
Next up, so doing some research and stuff on my own recently for some different things. The top plastic polluters in the world are Coke, Pepsi, and then P&G technically is number 5 on a list from what I found doing research. Plastic pollution, right? This is a huge commitment from P&G. Think of all the products and all the packaging, but they want to be in, so let's say 8 years, 100% consumer packaging is recyclable or reusable. So everything in the next 8 years, their goal is that all their packaging is recyclable, right? No more of that stupid plastic that you can't get open and use scissors.
They said that was going away like 10 years ago, Sean, and then we still get these clamshell packages, what they're called. Most irritating things. Besides that, they basically can take a whole hand off if you're not careful, right?
It's crazy. I don't know. This just seems like one of the simplest things to me because, even as marketers, right? Well, it's part of the experience and you'll feel good about spending your money on a package of gum or whatever it is. But this is one of the most immediate and simplest things for recycling reusables is the packaging.
Yeah.
Just stop. Just stop with it.
Well, I'm hoping that when they're putting a stake in the ground, it'll basically all other companies will kind of follow suit, right? So if somebody who's big in P&G can do this, then the rest of us can do it, you know? So
Agreed.
It only takes one to start, though, right? And you gotta start somewhere. So.
Yep, that's it.
All right, good stuff. So another thing that I love seeing out in the marketplace is kind of out with the old and in with the new. And I don't know, Sean, for some reason this reminded me of car lighters, right? So the car lighter is still lingering because, I mean, in some things it's still lingering because we needed a car lighter back in the 60s. We don't need it now, but they customized some stuff just to make it electrical. And now that you don't get it, you get USBs, right? So they got rid of it altogether. But now we don't even need a strip on a car. We don't need a magnetic strip. That was made back in the 60s. It was made to be a little bit safer and a little bit easier to do the hand instead of doing the hand cruncher one. So MasterCard is actually planning on phasing out their magnetic strips by 2022. It says, or I'm sorry, by 2024, and it's just amazing. We'll only be using the not chip. I'm not thinking what it's called. Sean, help me out. The chip. The tap. The tap thing. Exactly. So. Yep. It's just starting to change, and I'm still curious. But will still need a plastic card. And you had a great thing. You know, there's more cell phones on the world than there are people. So right.
Totally. And it's funny. Think about going back to P&G with recycling. What happens? Like, why can't you recycle the plastic of a credit card or gift cards? Right.
Yeah,
sorry, tangent going backwards. But yeah, to your point, it's like, okay, we're putting a chip in a piece of plastic. We'll just get rid of the piece of plastic now. And It's all in our phones.
All right, I'm going to go to Jose. What are people talking about out there?
Right, so JTM said that because of the packaging, in the future they will have RFID chips in the future for marketing purposes on.
Oh, cool.
And he also says that the best episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, not being able to get a box cutter out of the clamshell packaging because it needs the box cutter. Makes a lot of sense.
That's classic.
And Nancy Dera says, I love my titanium Apple Card. It doesn't have a strip, but no numbers at all. And I can instantly get a number in my new Apple Wallet app.
Yeah, if it's compromised or something like that. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Keeping it moving here, lightning in a bottle or beer can.
Oh my gosh. I freaking love this, but it does make me wince just a little bit, and I'll explain why. So Coors Light is the official sponsor of the NHL, and when the Tampa Bay Lightning won the Stanley Cup this year, they had what they call Champions Ice. And so they literally took ice from Amalie Arena that the Stanley Cup was played on, and they blended and brewed beer with the water from the actual ice.
The actual ice that they were stomping on?
Actual ice of the hockey rink, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So They blended with the ice, which was, quote, purified using reverse osmosis membrane ultrafiltration technology, which I don't know what it is, but it's pretty good because as a 31-year hockey veteran, yeah, there's a lot of body stuff on that ice.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't sound pleasant.
No. And when you're talking about the NHL, there's a good chance that there's a tooth in it somewhere too.
Right. And also, it's Tampa, so it's not like it's cold all the time, so it stays cold. Right. Somebody walked in there sweating on that stuff. Ugh.
But so here's the thing now.
So do they sell it for a premium though, Sean? Was it like more expensive than normal beer?
I did not see, and I didn't see it here in Orlando either. I did not for sale. I did not see if it was a premium price as much as more of a marketing nod. Limited time. Right, there's a limited availability, and they were making it available in bars around Tampa as the winning city on draft for a short period of time. But man, the brilliant thing is now every city's going to get their champion ice beer when they win the NHL. Like this is
that's a thing now.
Thing forever. It's really brilliant.
Is there a football equivalent of that?
I don't grass seed.
I don't know about that.
Right.
All right. Well, that's good stuff, Sean. Thank you so much for sharing that. So this is super interesting for those of you Stranger Things fans out there. Netflix is diving into video games. Interesting, right? They've pioneered videos as we know it. They basically put the brick and mortar video store out of business, and now they're going to try their hand at making video games. The new Netflix video games called Stranger Things 1984 and Stranger Things the Game. They were developing under a license agreement that they had, and they're coinciding, of course, with the premiere of the series' third seasons. Right now, it says they're only available in Poland, but I guess when entering the Netflix app, the user will be able to see newly released video games, and they'll be able to automatically redirect you to the Google Play Store to play them. So I wonder if we're going to get more video games themed around their properties, which could be interesting, right? It could be some new stuff to play. Anybody have any experience out there playing any of the Netflix games or any property games like this? I'd be curious to know. I like that, yeah. Jose. Look at what JT said.
Yeah, I was actually reading that Netflix is going to have a brick and mortar store next to Amazon.
Wouldn't that be funny? Sense. Like an old 80s style video store, just to theme on Stranger Things.
Exactly. Yes, bring Bullock Bastard back.
Cool. Sean, what else inspired you about this?
Netflix taking over the world.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, it's all going to come down to like, but big and large from Wall-E, right? It's Netflix. It's Amazon.
I wonder if
it's
Netflix or Amazon
Elon Musk.
Each other.
Say again?
I wonder if Netflix or Amazon will buy each other at some point.
Yeah, we should all start worrying at that point. And then if the Walt Disney Company does that too, we should. Again, it's going to be by and large just like Wall-E.
Well, look, Jeff Bezos is already building rockets, taking people to space, right?
Right.
He's literally by and large. Yeah.
He really is. All right. Good stuff. Jose, just make sure you interrupt us if you want me to come back to you for any chatter out there, and we'll move on to make work your new favorite.
There's a good one out there, Lee. Hold on. The idea for what could the NFL do?
Yeah.
Stadium grass-fed beef.
Hey.
I actually Googled that right now, and it says that it's true. They put cows in the field to eat the grass.
Wow.
So I believe they're happy at some point.
What else is going on in the chat, Jose? Anything good over there?
Yeah. So talking about this as well, Nancy Debra says, I thought it was insane to see Tony Hawk giving his blood to put into skateboards.
Yeah, we saw that too, Nancy.
Yeah, it was also back a few months ago. Also, Nike had a problem with the shoes that were also part of there were someone's blood as well. So going back to that iteration.
Yeah, weird promotions. Cool. All right, thank you for that. All right, make your new favorite. I totally got this, Sean. That was a total Elf reference. I get it. Smiling's my favorite.
My favorite.
Go for it.
So this one, This is insane. So there is this small, we'll just say underground because it's more fun to say it that way, the small underground movement of people that during furlough decided that they actually can work more than one full-time job. And so some people are working 2 and even up to 3 full-time jobs all at the same time without each other's employers knowing it. And they're succeeding, and they're making 6 to 7 figures in a year.
That's a lot of work, Sean.
By August of this year, they had the website, the group. It's almost like the dark web for employment. The dark web employment agency. They had 2,300 people that were signed up on this site, all changing ideas and tips on how to hold more than one full-time job.
Wow.
Overemployed.com.
I mean, if you're working from home, who has to know, right? As long as you're doing all your responsibilities. I remember actually I did a similar thing back when I worked at Disney Cruise Line. I was a brand manager, so I was in charge of strategy, but the broadcast team would use me all the time to sail with media, and I didn't want to turn down a sailing, and so I would never tell anybody I was out of the office, and I would totally sit there while the media was broadcasting and do all my strategy stuff in the background, because I'm like, I don't want to lose the privilege of sailing, because that's awesome. So I really was doing 2 jobs, but you wouldn't have noticed it. And then I'd get off on the ship on Thursday morning and beat everybody into work going, hey, I just got off the ship. Where you guys been?
But don't forget, not to make you feel bad, you only got 1 salary.
Yeah, I know, right?
2 or 3.
I got to sail, though. That was a great privilege. I love that.
Free drinks.
All right. Next up. Oh, this is so great. Subway has got a new campaign, and Sean and I are giddy about new and different ways to showcase products. And, Subway's taken a little bit of heat recently with the fact that their subs might not be foot long, like they've just...
The tuna isn't tuna.
Yeah, exactly. So they seem like they're finally doing something good here, and that is they're actually cutting into other brands to promote their products, but at the same time they're basically promoting other local advertisers. So they're like partnering up with like Bogan Munz and Munz and the law offices of Jacob Emrani and Galpin Motors, a local car dealership, and things like that to showcase their product and the local advertiser. So I think I have one of these videos. Sean, are you ready to watch it? All right,
it's really fun. I mean, it's kind of, the spot's like cheesy, but at the same time, cheesy.
No pun intended. Okay, here we go. Sean, I'm going to mute you, so make sure I unmute you on the way back, okay?
All right, Subway has so much new and fit in their last ad, like the new steak and cheese. They start with new freshly baked artisan Italian bread, and then they pile on new thicker cut tender marinated steak and top it off with melted cheese. Well, guess they need another ad. The Eat Fresh refresh at Subway. There's too much new to fit in one commercial.
I'm Jacob Emrani. Subway has so much new, it didn't fit in their last ad, so they bought time in mind. Their new artisan Italian bread is the best. Just ask my satisfied clients.
Jacob got me the footlong I deserve.
Call Jacob.
Love it.
I freaking love that. I love that he went to his client.
I think it's great, though, because, again, it's another way to support local. We're always saying buy local, and we all see, I mean, I don't see ads because I don't have cable, but, there's all kinds of local ads that are still doing that. They're still buying that time, and especially on the radio. So what a great use of radio time and local cable ad time, and to support the local businesses.
I agree, man. I totally love it, and I think it'd be fun if they did it even for nonprofits in the area too. Right?
Oh yeah,
help out some nonprofits
great stuff.
In their time. Yep. Zebras
all right.
Eating a foot long or whatever.
All right. Next up, here comes SC.
Oh yeah, good old Santa Claus. So this is from friend Nancy Harhut, and she had posted this in her LinkedIn feed. And it's, I mean, it's certainly not rocket science by any means, but this freeconferencecall.com, they've been having this available hotline since I think 2009. But the fascinating thing is it runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you call from a cell phone, you actually get a recording of your child's voicemail that they leave for Santa sent back to you.
Oh,
So
cool.
then at the same time, depending on what your kid is saying, I want a Cabbage Patch doll and all this kind of stuff, or you're going to get their list back from them through a voicemail message, which I thought was brilliant.
Super cool.
Simple, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I don't know about, and it is, let's see, in 2019, predicted 10 million people would call Santa, 22 time zones, 18 countries. If I were them, freeconferencecall.com, I would be doing partnerships up the wazoo for department stores and different toys, things like that, right?
Yep.
Because it's a wish list for your kids.
Right,
Anyway.
exactly. And some Google Analytics on that. We were talking about that earlier. Starting seeing some of your demographics and all that kind of stuff.
Totally. So I thought it was interesting as we're getting 3 months away from Christmas shopping?
Yeah, dude,
probably.
come on, man. We're barely into pumpkin spice season here.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Sorry, I had to do a little bit of a tease.
That's right.
All right, before we talk about pumpkin spice, though, let's talk about wine. And this is classic. This is like the Davy Jones locker of wine, right? The last couple days, my son and daughter-in-law have been watching all 3 Pirates movies. And, man, they're just so incredible. And this just totally reminds me of, like, Pirate's Treasure. So there's off the coast of Santa Barbara, there is a gentleman by the name of Emmanuel Azaretto, and he is combined, basically he says he's combined all his passions. So he's a really experienced diver, he's a winemaker, and he's Italian, and he basically says he married all the things he liked and turned it into a job, and now he is using the ocean floor as basically as his wine storage facility. So it's about it's a massive metal cage on the surface. Inside the cage, about nearly 1,500 bottles. It is a perfect cellar because there's little oxygen and light, and the temperature remains a constant 54 Fahrenheit, and the ocean current gently rocks the bottles. So amazing again use of something without having to take up space, right? I mean, if we combine this with like general storage or something like that, maybe we can start storing our crap down there too. You know, it says Ocean Fathoms is the name of the wine, and the bottles sell for a premium starting around $350. I mean, let's try it out. Let's check it out. What else would you add to this, Sean?
It's like Mother Nature became a sommelier, right?
Yes.
When I watched the segment, and we'll have the video to the story or link to the stories in our link tree, and you can watch it. It was a segment on CBS Sunday Morning. I mean, the bottles look so freaking cool. Like you said, Davy Jones locker.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottles themselves are
they look
amazing.
like Davy Jones himself.
Oh, they do.
They do. And all his crew.
But man, what a freaking marketing story.
Yeah.
Right?
And also, I mean, you can a collection because each one is different, right? Each one will form differently. Yeah.
Each one is different. But they had some, professional sommeliers and folks that are certainly big wine advocates try the wine. And I mean, again, you're talking to a beer guy who drinks, Champions Ice after the Tampa Bay Lightning win. But they said there is a notable difference and a uniqueness because of the movement that constantly happens. That doesn't happen when it's in a barrel and sitting stagnant.
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see if it starts as a trend, as a fad. More winemakers doing it. So I suppose are they corked or are they screw-on tops? Because I thought the screw-on tops or screw-off tops were going to be a trend too, but people are still corking stuff. I thought we were running light on cork or something like that.
I don't know. I do not know. Great question.
All right, I'm going to go back to Jose. Jose, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, so Nancy says, wow, ocean current rocks the bottle. Sounds sexy.
Sounds like the name of a song.
Yeah, actually, totally. Anthony says a new name is I See You Wine.
Yeah, nice. I like it a lot.
So, yeah. And also something else that you put on the oceans, Sean and Lee, are data centers. I've heard that at least here in Europe, they're putting the data centers underwater because of the temperature problems.
Yeah.
And it's actually very interesting to start using water in a way to save things.
Right. Plus, it's hard to get down there to rob them or attack them, I suppose, too. They're
Exactly.
probably worried about that. See, we're also getting to the living seas soon enough. Living seas. That shows
Only
you how old I am.
hack divers
Yeah.
are allowed to go in there.
I picture a James Bond movie in the making right there.
I think the only thing missing is a Bluetooth speaker down sitting next to the wine bottles with like Kenny G.
Right.
Let's get it on.
Rocking on.
Oh, I love it. I love it. All right. Man, it's such a great month for packaging, too. And Juliet, thank you so much for sending us all this packaging. Sean, I see you pull like the best of the best. I love these. These are so great.
Yes. So I think Juliet found the center one and then the one on the left with the chipmunk, right? With his cheeks filled.
And don't worry about the
Then
copy. I think we copied the copy from the last slide on this one, so sorry about that.
Yes, exactly. So then you have the bread rolls, which was from Taiwan, from a bakery, right? Lifted,
Yeah.
looks like abs. And then the one on the right, I think, was from Germany, and it was a package of bread rolls that supported breast cancer.
Breast cancer research. I love it.
Now, of course, here we're talking about P&G and recycling and better packaging and all that kind of stuff. But from the creativity and uniqueness and storytelling, right, of packaging this way, it's really, really clever.
Yeah,
Thought it was cool.
I wish more people would do this. Super, super fun. I love this and billboards. I love whatever plays out like this. Using like existing stuff and matching it up with advertising. I think is a beautiful thing.
Now, something else, Lee, just as from a marketing perspective. So the woman who originally found this and posted it, she's not an influencer by any means, but she posted on Facebook, and it went somewhat viral quickly with like 64,000 shares.
Oh, wow.
Right? So you just never know when something interesting or clever is going to get picked up, and then it takes off.
Yeah, I want to see more of it. I want to see more.
Yep.
Okay, Sean, we come to your great moment here, and that is pumpkin spice season, you guys. I thought we had to wait till
Pumpkin spice.
October for this, Sean, but now you're telling me that it's not October anymore? What is going on here?
Oh no, October.
Does that mean we're going to have
18th.
to start smelling the pumpkin spice candles and stuff too? Ugh.
Oh, you can start it now, baby.
I
You
know.
can start it now. I literally got up this morning, and my wife and I last night watching UCF football, who incredibly pulled it out at 1:30 in the morning. We did a taste test of pumpkin beers, and then this morning she said, I could really use a pumpkin spice latte. So I got up and went and got our pumpkin spice iced coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. We're all
Yeah.
about it. It's
Yeah,
the holidays,
okay.
man. They're
So
here.
I'm gonna go really quick to Jose because Anthony's comment is classic. Please read that out loud.
So no pumpkin spice anything
Yes.
until October. Should be a law, Sean. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think we should go to the research, Lee.
Yeah, I
Right?
think so. This is
So-
also, that people push me into Christmas too, but it's starting to become a normal thing. Like we're starting to see Christmas stuff in mid-October and holiday stuff and advertising for holiday stuff, and it's just like crazy. So let's check the research, Sean. What does your consumer insights tell you?
A couple points just even from some of the article, and then I'll hit this, but it is Starbucks' most successful flavor. In 2019, what was it? Starbucks' most popular seasonal beverage, 424 million pumpkin spice lattes were sold worldwide in 2019, right? So, yeah, there are people that are like, this is crazy, they don't like it, right? And
Yeah.
then others are like, oh, I give it to you, man, can't wait. But this chart is showing what's too early, what's too late. But even come
I'm laughing at
early
the chat's going crazy
September.
right now, Sean. Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat.
Me too.
Jose, we're gonna get back to you in that. Go ahead, Sean.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right? So early September, 40% say it is just right for pumpkin spice, right? So let's think of it as like the first September 1st, maybe through the 10th. But
So
you
you're saying
still
we're
have-
pushing it by talking on September 3rd is what you're saying?
We are, but still, you get 20% of people who love it and think that it's just right. So,
Is this like all of the
company-wise,
U.S. or is this? Yeah, I guess
This
it
is U.S. representative of the entire U.S.
I
Yep.
think that might also vary depending on where you're from. Like Floridians, I know Floridians really want the fall to be here because they're tired of melting in the sun, basically. So, but my northern family, my Canadian family, it's really sad for them to in like the last couple weekends of summer. So they don't want to see this stuff because it's a reminder that the summer weather is going away. But in Florida, we're like, no, give us the fall, please.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna go back to Jose. Jose, what's going on in the chat?
Right, so Julia said that there might be a pumpkin spice reference in the company social media, so we might want to look into that later on. And Nancy Deborah says, yes, and no stores decorating for Christmas until Thanksgiving would be lovely. And then Tonta says, please let me enjoy fall, don't start the Christmas chatter.
Lenny, that's classic. Good stuff.
Julia's with the Canada crowd, apparently. Yeah. So I think it's a Canadian thing. I don't know.
They don't want the summer to end, but so they don't want to be reminded of fall. So, Sean, are we doing a test here or what? Come on.
We are going to do our first ever virtual pumpkin flavor test. Okay. Before we go, though, Lee, here's the thing. We're encouraging you guys, get into the chat. And as we go through some of these random products, we want you to come up with an idea for a product that does not yet have pumpkin spice associated with it, okay? And the one that we like the best, we're going to send you a $10 Starbucks gift card so you can go and suck down a pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah, and you can wait till mid-October. You don't have to do it in September, Lenny. We don't want to rush you, so you can just hold it and wait until mid-October.
So, Jose, I want you to watch the creativity in the chat. Right? Yes. Unknown pumpkin spice products that are not a thing yet. Okay. And
all right. Let's inspire them with some. These are actual existing products we're going to show here, right, Sean?
Actual existing products.
Okay. Here we go. First up.
Roll it.
Pumpkin spice Cheerios. Is this new this year, Sean?
We noticed it. My wife and I noticed it at least maybe 2 years ago, and we liked it. We ate them. Wasn't bad. I don't go crazy over it like the iced coffee, but it was good. Yeah, I liked it.
All right. Pumpkin spice cup o noodles with spice and other flavors.
Right.
I'm not quite sure about that one. Have you tried that? Did you try this flavor?
No, I have not.
I'm sorry, Jose. Hold that thought. We're getting back to the chat. We're seeing some stuff here. You want to read it now, Sean? Or you want to wait till the end till we keep showing them?
No, let's keep going through.
Here we go. Next one up: pumpkin spice spam. Spam and pumpkin, spam and eggs.
It's like it couldn't be any more unnatural.
This is like seriously bandwagon though. Let's just jump on the sales bandwagon and make everything pumpkin spice, right?
Spice spam.
Okay, now pumpkin spice Bud Light seltzer. I mean, I liked it when they made me an orange beer for the pool in the summertime. I thought I'd dislike it, but I actually like the orange beer and I like the lime beer. So this one I may actually try. I don't know. As much negativity as we had about seltzer in like 3 reports ago, though, I'm kind of be a hypocrite, I suppose.
But I love their packaging though. It's the fall flannel edition.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Super great. Yeah, Jose, you definitely store that stuff because there's a lot of great ideas coming through. Again, if these inspire an idea where pumpkin spice is currently not used, pumpkin spice Twinkies. I mean, to me, this seems like a logical place to put pumpkin spice. No?
And actually, some of the reviews are that it actually was pretty good.
And I wonder if you'll see it at the fall fairs, fried pumpkin spice Twinkies. I mean, come on.
Now that would be interesting.
All right, Here we go. What is this?
Pumpkin spice deodorant.
Oh, there was an idea.
They took it away from me. They took it away from me. Damn.
Yeah, sorry. I saw that in the chat too. That's
the
crazy.
Real thing. Pumpkin spice deodorant.
I mean, if you want to live it, that's your deal, right?
Exactly.
It totally is. This one grosses me out to no end. Pumpkin spice hummus.
Again,
I just look at the color of it. I don't even like the color of it.
Oh, crazy stuff! All right, we have a video to show too. But do you want to show the video first, or do you want to go to the chat?
Let's go to the chat and let's pick our $10 Starbucks gift card winner.
All right, Jose, what do we got?
Yeah, so we have at the beginning pumpkin spice condoms. Bring fall into the bedroom.
That was Lenny. It had to be Lenny.
All down in the bedroom, right?
Pumpkin spice sazon, Goya. Pumpkin spice mustard.
Okay.
Pumpkin spice band-aids. Pumpkin spice mayo. And
Pumpkin
we have
spice
pumpkin
tuna.
Spice Oreos. Pumpkin spice tuna. Or hummus as well. We also have someone says hummus.
Yeah, we showed
Pumpkin
that.
spice Jolly Ranchers. Wow.
Oh, Jolly Ranchers, yes.
Wow.
And JTM says, who said that spiked seltzers taste like TV static with someone telling you what flavor you should be tasting?
They kind of do.
Oh, and Julia said, I may be stealing this, but I saw a sign for an oil change location with now serving pumpkin spice oil change on the marquee.
Pumpkin
marketing,
spice
right?
cats.
Oh my god.
Oh, Sean, that's a tough decision if you ask me. What do you got?
I mean, I'm between the bringing fall into the bedroom with pumpkin spice condoms, and
Fall
just
into the
with poor Subway, right? Having the pumpkin spice tuna footlong.
Yeah, I think Jen should take that. I second Jen. Jose?
Yes, I totally
All
agree
right,
with pumpkin spice
Jen.
tuna.
Congratulations. Totally subjective.
Absolutely.
Just make sure you send us a message, and we will send you your $10. You can spend it now on pumpkin spice because I know that they're serving that stuff, or you can wait till October. Whatever you like. Really great.
And Lee, does Jen have do you have her contact information?
Yep. Jen knows how to contact me, and we will send you a gift card. Thank you guys for participating in that.
Yeah.
Really great. Okay, so now we are going to go from here to a little closing video on pumpkin spice. Here we go.
Hello there, I'm John Oliver. Look, it's the middle of October, which across the nation means that we are all looking at this and thinking, I don't know why, but I simply have to drink that. Yes, it's that special time of year where we voluntarily imbibe pumpkin spice lattes, the coffee that tastes like a candle. And I don't mean it tastes like a candle smells. Pumpkin spice lattes taste like a candle tastes. Don't ask me how I know that. But what is strange is that pumpkin spice foods inexplicably seem to grow more omnipresent every year, even though there's no actual pumpkin in the drinks. Kind of like how everyone you meet calls himself a DJ all of a sudden, when what they really mean is that they own an iPad and have been to a party. But apparently, each American eats more than 5 pounds of pumpkin per year, which is more than the amount of pumpkin in 5 pumpkin pies. And pumpkin pie is the most seasonal food there is. It is only good from the moment Thanksgiving dinner ends until just after you have taken your first bite of it. 5 pounds of pumpkin a year is even crazier than the fact that we allegedly swallow 8 spiders in a lifetime. Why is it crazier? Because there is no way a pumpkin has ever crawled into my mouth while I was sleeping. And the worst part is, nobody wants anything pumpkin flavoured from December through August. And here is how I know that. You can have it whenever you want. That bottle of pumpkin-flavoured science goo sits behind the counter of Starbucks all year round. Never aging, like Ryan Seacrest. Or the early work of Dr. Dre, which really holds up. It really holds up. Have you listened to The Chronic lately? Go back and do it. It's really great. It's great. Except for the sexism and homophobia, which is most of it. But that's not the point. It's really good. The point is, we tolerate pumpkin spice because we like the fall. It's the best season because you get to stop thinking about how weird your legs look in shorts. That's everyone, right? We all agree on that. But just about anything that reminds us of autumn is a better flavour than pumpkin spice. I personally, for instance, would rather drink a cable knit sweater spice latte, or a Major League Baseball spice latte, or a keen awareness of my own mortality spice latte, because that's what foliage is. Although, look, it might be an acquired taste. That might be an acquired taste. Pumpkin spice is just eggnog for morning people, okay? And I will be subject to its tyranny no longer. It stops here. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode of Last Week Tonight. Until then, please ignore the news and continue to drink regular coffee. Good night.
That is so
good. So good. Well, thank you very much for that, Sean. That was awesome.
Great.
And that leads us up to our moment of inspiration. And Sean, this is just great stuff. Thank you so much for finding this, and we're really excited to share this with you all. Sean, tell us the story first, and then I'll roll through the videos somewhat quickly. But yeah, tell us about it, because it's really inspiring.
So it is inspiring in so many ways. So some of you may have seen a year ago, right, in 2020. And this young, really talented girl, that's a picture of her when she has her white top and the purple skirt on. She challenged Dave Grohl, right, who is the front man for Foo Fighters and former drummer for Nirvana, but challenged him to a drum off. And it took off on the internet. And Dave Grohl responded to her. And so he played her back, and it went on once or twice. And they developed this relationship. And so then he even wrote her a little song. He had his kids singing. He was drumming and singing to her. And man, about a week ago, I think it was about a week ago, this whole thing paid off.
Wow.
And
did it pay off ever?
The Foo Fighters were doing the last concert of, I think, a U.S. tour. It was in California. And they brought her there and brought her to play.
Wow.
And here's the thing, Lee, right? So there are so many unbelievable inspirational things here, right? About people that are in a position to have influence for others, right?
Yeah.
This was just good. It was decent. It didn't have to do this. It could have stopped on the internet.
Yep.
But the fact that him and the Foo Fighters brought this girl out and just continued, and this was for one person, right?
Yeah.
Didn't have
but
to
I mean,
do
how
it
many
for-
other people did it inspire? That's what I love about it. You know?
What'd you say the video has? Million?
Yeah, no,
video
the
had-
dad's video has 1 million views. This one has like 2 million. Like crazy inspiration.
So as a passionate dad, a dad of daughters, loving what the experience that this girl has, I immediately put myself in the position of her dad.
Yeah.
And which video are we showing, Lee?
Well, I'm going to show the
dad?
original one that you sent me, and just because Sean and I have our tissues ready, Sean also found the video from the side of the stage where the dad was actually capturing video as well. And I'm going to skip to the part, I'm going to skip that to the part where she really starts totally like going crazy, and just listen to the joy and the screaming, and listen to the dad get into it. And it's just like,
Yep.
I mean, to me, this is the absolute meaning of dreams do come true, and everybody can be inspired by this, because you really can do anything. And just watching the back and forth between the band and her, and then watching the reaction of her father is just amazing.
Yep.
And we hope it inspires you. I'm going to cut through the video just a little bit, just to get to the good parts, if you don't mind. In our link tree, though, we will have the link to all the videos, so we encourage you to go back and watch that videos. But we're going to go ahead and start it now. You ready, Sean?
I'm ready.
All
I'm
right,
already getting teared up, man.
Here we go.
There was this person. One day I pick up my phone and my friends are all texting me like, have you seen this shit? And I click on a link, I look at it, and I see that someone is challenging me to a drum off. So I'm like, well, isn't that nice? I kind of brush it off. I'm like, oh, that's kind of funny. All my friends start telling me, no, dude, you gotta step up. This is the real deal. This is a drum challenge. This is a drum off. So I respond. I'm like, all right, I'll play nice. I'll put on a little thing. then she comes back. And she whoops my fucking ass in front of the entire planet. Maybe some Stones, maybe some Pink Floyds, and some... But let me tell you something. This one right now takes the cake that we get to jam with Danny right now. I think we should do it again sometime. You know what I mean? Let's do it a lot more. Let's do it. We gotta do a lot more. I always say it. I'm not good at saying goodbye because I know I'll see you all again. If we come back, you all come.
I'm going to cut that one off because I want to show the other one, Sean. It's just, it's so good. Again,
Yes.
when you have moments like this, it's just, it could be anything, but man, what a dream come true for this young lady. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. This is from the side of the stage, so this is the video that her father was shooting, but just pay attention to the enthusiasm in his voice because it's pretty amazing. Here it goes.
This person inspired me last year so much, and I'll tell you why. Because in a time where you would pick up your phone or turn on the computer, and all you had was bad news, for that one day, you could pick up your phone.
He can barely hold the phone for crying out loud. Oh my God.
That
was really great, Sean.
Time.
Thank you. I knew I would lose it for that for sure. So thank you. And that is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Any parting words of wisdom, Sean?
We should all go out and take drum lessons.
Yeah. Yeah, and really anything's possible. So if you have dreams, you guys, don't let anybody around you crush your dreams. Go out and get them. You know, this girl had dreams, right, and she was inspired, and she's going to inspire so many other people. And it's just keep inspiring each other, I would say, right? You know, it's just super amazing.
Lee, I think, and I think that's the big thing too. The simplest things that we can do for someone, right, with some of the authority or influence that we have. Simple, right? Buy someone a cup of coffee at the person behind you in the drive-up line at Starbucks.
Yeah, it's simple.
Whatever.
It really doesn't take much. So,
Yep.
again, thank you guys for being here. Our next one will be on Friday, October 1st, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We really appreciate you joining us. Jose will post the link tree. Make sure you pay it forward. Please follow our YouTube channel also, and then you can also find we'll post a playlist of all of the past videos in case you missed some. But we will catch you later. And again, thanks for celebrating our first anniversary with us. And Jose, thanks for being here, bud. Super awesome.
Oh, a pleasure.
All right, and we will see you all next month. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Eat that pumpkin.
Yeah.